And a good morning to you. This is the day that the Lord has made. I'm going to rejoice and be glad in it. So, I want to welcome you here. This is our 5-minute workout. I hope you're ready. We're going to be doing a shoulder warm-up this morning. I wanted to let you know I've got my dry, cool clothing on. My door's open. That's my ventilation. I don't need the fan right now. And I've got music going. You can't hear the music in the background really because right now they're doing a commercial or whatever they're doing, but I do have music.
Jaja and her owner came all the way from Minnesota to St. Louis.
In the background, okay? Music is not going to be too high while we're doing this, so I don't want any disturbance. So, we're going to start out first this morning with a shoulder warm-up. We're going to warm up your delts, front, back, and the middle. We're going to work those delts. We're going to warm up our traps, okay? Keeping in mind that these areas are the most important for posture and for dexterity. So it's not just to look good. It's going to affect the way that you walk. It'll affect the way that you run. It affects the way that you stand. Your shoulders do. So if you can imagine a piece of wood, and you got another piece of wood that's nailed to it this way and stuck in the ground. This right here is the equivalent of your shoulders, and everything that's upper body is supported by that brace, which is your shoulders. So your shoulders must be strong. Okay? So, first we're going to start out with a band. Now I have some fancy bands that I use. This is a band that I bought years ago, believe it or not. It's about a 10-pound band. I know it's backwards. But if you would read that right there, it says Crane. And the reason why I want you to read that, these are not expensive. I got this band at several years ago from Aldi. If you're familiar with that little grocery store, I got this band from Aldi, and it was all of about $3.50. I think that Five Below has a decent band. And I'm telling you this because there should be no excuse of why we cannot work out. And equipment is inexpensive. It is. It's inexpensive. So, you take this band, and I want you to put your right foot on that band. Now, let's keep in mind that there are those of us that believe that we are much stronger than just one foot, and you very well might be. For the sake of what we're doing right now, I'm going to invite you to just put one foot on that band if you have bands. I'm going to show you in just a minute how we're going to do the exact same workout with the weights, but for right now we're going to do it with the band. It makes it easy and it makes it really less complicated for those of us that don't want to have to go out and buy a lot of equipment. So the first exercise that we're going to do, again, this is important. Hand placement is important. So I'm going to put my hands here, right? And I'm going all the way up. I want you to notice that when I go up, I'm going up with my palms down. Right here, all the way up to the top, and all the way back down here. My hand placement stays the same, okay? Here to here. That hand placement stays the same. It's going to work the outside of those deltoids, okay? Now we want to try to do 12 of those. We'll do 12 reps of those, okay? The next one that we're going to do, we're going to work the rear delts, okay? So, and again, I want to show you my foot placement. Okay, I put that right foot forward, and then I put the left foot back so that it touches the heel, basically, of that right foot, just like this. And I don't bow my back. Don't come back here. You want to stay upright and maybe even slightly forward. So the next exercise is going to be for the rear delts. And once we engage our rear delts, we're going to keep those rear delts engaged. So you'll bend over here, just like that with your right foot still on that band. You'll bend over here, and we're going to engage. Right there, they're engaged. And now it's going to be like a bird flying right here. That's all we're doing. And we're going to do 12 of those. So once you've finished with your 12 there, I know it's going to be our tendency to relax, but we're not done yet. So now we're going to work front delts. So we worked in the beginning, we worked outside delts, rear delts. Let's work front delts. And I'm going to turn to the side because I want to show you both the proper and the improper way. Now, the first way that I'm going to show you is not proper. This is not a good way to do this. And eventually, if you do this long enough, you're going to cause pain in your lower back. So, from here okay? And we're going straight up in front, so to work the front delt, this is the improper way, okay? We do not want to do that. This is what we want to do, slightly lean forward. Again, once our front delts are engaged, we'll keep them there, they're engaged there, and this is what we're doing right here, okay? We got 12 of those, okay? So, now we have outside delt, we have rear delt, we have front delt, okay? Let's work a little trapezius, okay? We're gonna work our trapezius, our traps, that muscle right here. It's gonna connect the back, or the back of your neck. It's actually gonna act as a supporting weight for your head. Your head could be as much as 5 pounds, depending on your brain weight. Sometimes, depending on the day, my head weight seems to be about 1 pound. So we're gonna work those traps, and to work the traps, we're gonna go from an I down to a T. So we're using our traps to pull the band upward, okay? So our I is going to be right here. That's our I, and down to a T. Right here, pull it up and back down. Just like that. So let's recap. That's outside delts, rear delt, front delt, trapezius. Okay? The last but not least. Again, working front delt, working a little bit at the top of your chest, and clearly working the insides of your shoulders. That area where the labrum is located, that's what we want to work here. So, you're going to hold your hands here, invert them this way. And we're going to go to a V. So once they're engaged, we're going to stay in that, stay engaged, and we're going to go to a V. So from here, just like that, just like that, just like that. So let's recap one more time, and then I'm going to show you all of them with the free or the hand weights. So we have outside delt, okay, rear delt, front delt, trapezius, okay, and inverted for that area inside by the labrum, okay? So, now that I've showed you with the band, if you've used a band, I've shown you with the band. Now let's look at what it's going to look like if we use our free weights. Now, these free weights are, for me, if you will notice, that's 5 pounds. I think it's inverted on the screen. It's a 5 pound weight. The fact is that for a guy my size, 5 pounds is about right. 5 to 8 pounds. 8 pounds is a lot. You want to stick with those low weights. If you have 3 pounds, and I do have 3 pound weights, if you have 1 pound weights, 1.5 pound weights, and even a half pound weight, that's where you want to start. Remember, we're doing sets of 12 of these. This is the warm-up. However, I want to encourage you, especially if you're brand new to the workouts, you might want to go a little bit more. You might want to try doing 3 sets of 12 on each one of these. If you're very well versed at working out, use this as a warm-up. Do 12 of each one of these before you start your shoulder warm-up or your shoulder workout. Now, I will say this, that in short order, I'm going to come on and I'm actually going to take you through a shoulder workout. Before we do that, let me show you what it's like to do all of those exercises with those free weights, okay? The first one we do, clearly, hand placement is crucial, and just like with the bands, I'm going to put my hands here, palms down. If you notice, my feet are in the same position even though I'm not standing on the band. So we're going to go up here, back down here, up here, back down here, and if you can imagine that weight right there is drawing a line, if you do it right, then you have a complete circle. Kind of like the guy that's in the health and science video. Okay, it's that same thing with the rear delts Leg placement is still the same from here, and again, once I get them engaged, I want to keep them engaged, okay? Same thing with the front delts, leaning forward. Once I get them engaged, I want to leave them engaged. Doesn't need to be a whole lot of weight. Same thing with the eye. Here, palms down and pulling up with those delts. Palms down, it's crucial to get the right workout, okay? And the last but not least, we're gonna invert those here, and we're gonna go up into the V and stay there in that V. Just like that, okay? Sets of 12 on those. It's going to be a murderous burn, but that's exactly what we're wanting, right? We want to get those shoulders warmed up before we do the complete workout with them. There you have it. Now, I want to see at 3:15 or 3:10, I'm going to go through the actual shoulder workout. Some of that will be on the machine. Some of that will be with the free weights. I want to utilize those free weights because for some of you folks that are watching, that's what you have. Okay? Awesome. So we got a complete warm-up done. We're ready to actually do our shoulder workout now, and I'm going to. So I encourage you, if you've done this as a warm-up and you have the time, it's time to get ready to go to work now. Again, I stress this. What a great warm-up to do right before you go for a distance run. And if you're a distance runner, you got to start working those shoulders. This is a great way to start. All right, there we have it, that 5-minute workout ready for the shoulder workout later this afternoon. We got the message coming at 12 o'clock. Thank you again for being here with me. Again, this is the day that the Lord has made. Let's rejoice and be glad in it. God bless you. I'll see you back here at noon and then again at 3:10.